Making art every day for 31 days? Can I really do that? Well, I'm challenging this idea by participating in Peachtober this year and making an art piece every single day for the month of October. I'm also adding a challenge every single day to my art process. Howdy, hey, I'm Kit Kat, and welcome to day 24 of Peachtober. Today's prompt is spots, and before we get into anything, it's time for card attack time! The time where I get attacked with an extra challenge. So let's pick today's challenge. Today's challenge is dance party, where I have to have a little dance party before I make the piece. But before we have our dance party, here's my color palette and here is my silly little sketch. And with that, let's have a dance party. Dance party over, but welcome back to another voiceover with Kit Kat. I got cold in my apartment, so I put on a sweatshirt, aka the slight change in outfit. I also made myself a coffee before I dived into this piece. And today's piece is inspired by the funnest looking cake at the store that, in my opinion, doesn't really taste as fun as it looks. Funfetti cake. I also decided to put a Yeti with my funfetti cake because I think a Yeti would be a great way to advertise funfetti, especially because they rhyme. And he could be like the mascot of the cake company and just be like the fun Yeti that like hypes up the cake company. I don't know. This is all just in my imagination, of course. But I thought it would be cute. I also did not purposely try to do this, but low-key, the Yeti be kind of looking like Sully from Monsters, Inc. I'm not even gonna lie. But I did not try to copy Sully in any way. I do love Pixar, and I do love Monsters, Inc. So I'm sure subconsciously I was thinking about that. And there is a Yeti. Or maybe it's the abominable snowman, but I feel like I kind of combine them as the same thing in Monsters, Inc. Anyways, today's prompt was spots. And so I thought that the one thing I could think of that has spots in food for some reason is funfetti cake, which it's not even really spots, it's more like sprinkles. But you get the gist. That's the vibe of the painting today. I also used this like bold ultramarine blue for the outline. I just love this color so much, and I know I fall back on it so many times, but it really is one of my favorite colors. My hats coming out next week are this color. I just love this color. It's a great color, and I want to use it more. And then in regards to other colors that I used, I did pink, yellow, and a light blue. And I do love a good yellow, blue, pink color combo. I just think it goes really well together. And it's basically just the primary colors, but you switch out the red for magenta. And it looks so good, in my personal opinion. I also love styling an outfit in like pink, yellow, and blue. I don't know, man. Those colors hit hard together. They are so bright, though, and vibrant all next to each other. If you came to my house or saw me out in public, you'd be like, man, this girl is not dressing like the basic people out here in their beige. Like, I have some beige in my house, but like, we like color in this household, that is for sure. Anyways, back to talking about the piece. What a side tangent. I honestly had no idea what I was going to do for this piece when Peachtober started. It was one of the pieces that in my sketchbook was blank. I hadn't come up with anything yet. I was still thinking about it. And I honestly almost went to the grocery store one day to just like walk around the grocery store and look at stuff to try to like be inspired by stuff. And then I just didn't go. And then it just sat blank for a while. And then all of a sudden, a couple days ago, I was going through my sketches and realized, oh my goodness, I don't have a sketch for this piece. What am I going to make? Like, I have no idea. So then I just started thinking about spots, and I was like, okay, well, what has spots? What's like a food with spots? And then for some reason, funfetti cake came to mind. And then I was like, you know what rhymes with funfetti? Yeti. So that was the behind the scenes brain creative rot that we got into in regards to how we got to this piece. And I kind of love it. When I started sketching it out, I was like, man, how is this going to work? But then in time, it all came together. I started coming up with the little Yeti figure, and I think he's so cute. I'll be real, he is definitely a he. Like, I don't know. It's definitely a guy. He could be like a fun little character to put in like future groceries. I don't know. That's sort of what I was thinking while I was drawing him. I was like, man, it could be like an advertisement for like multiple groceries from like this same company. Like, I don't know. So maybe he'll show back up in my work. We'll see. He was very fun to make and very cute. And I tried to make him as cute as possible, especially since he was advertising cake, which is like a cute, fun, fluffy thing. So he needed to be like fun and cute and fluffy and not like scary monster Yeti. Like in like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh my gosh, that like Yeti snow monster, scary. We're not trying to go for him. We're trying to go for a hungry, happy monster who makes you want to now have a good slice of funfetti cake. So that is the behind the scenes of this piece. Also, have to add in the challenge today at Dance Party was very fun. I had an absolute blast. I was going crazy about the disco ball in the lighting and the sun just like hitting that disco ball so perfectly. Oh, it was so fun. It gave me like a boost of serotonin before I worked on my art piece. So it was a good day in the studio. And with that, I have one more thing to say, which is while I was working, I watched some YouTube artists and I want to shout them out. I was watching Paloma the Peach for the first part of working on the art piece, and then I was watching my friend Patsy Shaw and her YouTube video, so you should go check both of them out. And now it is time to go to the end of the video. And you made it to the end of the video where I get to show you the final design. Thanks for watching and following me along on my Peachtober journey. We are getting so close to the end, so stay tuned. If today is day 24, I think we have 6 days left, which is crazy. Maybe it's 7, I'm not sure. But I am feeling so excited to be at the end of this challenge and making art every day. It is so fun, but it is so much work. And on top of it, editing a video every day, it's been crazy. But I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you'll stick around for a while and watch some of the other episodes if you haven't already. And so with that, I'll see you tomorrow for another day of Peachtober, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Bye!